Hi everyone, today in preparation for our excursion to Sydney, I will be talking about a place called The Rocks. The Rocks is the oldest part of Sydney, built on the western shores of Sydney Cove, and is near the now Sydney Harbour Bridge. The Rocks was the first European settlement in Australia, established by Captain Arthur Phillip in 1788. The Rocks was a penal colony, so that means it was a place for the prisoners. Visitors to Sydney often go to the Rocks to experience Old Sydney. Stories of the old buildings, laneways, and streets that date back to the early days of the colony. Today there are more than 100 heritage sites and buildings in the Rocks. Cadman's Cottage is the oldest house built in 1816. It is now a heritage listed former water police station and soldier's home. George Street in the Rocks was the first road made by Europeans after they arrived in Sydney Cove. The street was first named High Street until Governor Macquarie changed it to George Street in 1810, named in honor of King George III. In the Rocks, Suez Canal would have been a place full of stories, well known in the 19th century as a place of trouble and illegal activity. I am really looking forward to visiting the Rocks. When I'm in Sydney, maybe I'll even visit some of the places I have talked about. Every building and street corner has a story, some interesting, some sad, and some amusing. I am definitely looking forward to visiting the Rocks when in Sydney, maybe in visiting some of the places I have talked about. Thank you very much.